Rugby Resources presents a technical review of the Cobrasco Copper Molybdenum discovery in Colombia and the emerging technical indicators that are driving the discovery process at Cobrasco. This video shows some of our interpretations using various geological techniques such as aeromagnetics, geochemical sampling, induced polarization, among others, to come to some of these expressed interpretations. Please review our cautionary statement and all technical data on our website before making an investment decision in Rugby Resources. Rugby is pleased to report that in the time since our Phase 1 discovery drilling program, our team has identified new copper zones. One new target, Cobrasco East as we have called it, is what our geologists believe to be a completely new porphyry altogether. We are now excited to take you through some of these findings and interpretations. Let's begin with this first image showing Rugby's copper soil geochemistry grid. It also includes the historical results from a mineral identification program completed by the Colombian government in the 1970s and 80s. Their historical findings of anomalous copper in stream geochemistry of samples with greater than 500 ppm copper are shown alongside Rugby's more recently completed soil geochemistry program. This data, shown together on this map, clearly identifies a trend of potentially mineralized copper porphyry intrusive centers. Okay, now, let's zoom in on the copper soil geochemistry over the Phase 1 drill target area. Now, just as a reminder, we have only drilled 2.5 holes from 2 platforms to date. All 3 holes intersected potentially economic tenor mineralization. Highlights from the discovery drilling include drill hole 1, 808 meters of 0.42% copper and 79 ppm molybdenum. Drill hole 2, 754 meters of 0.46% copper and 76 ppm molybdenum. Drill hole 3, 144.6 meters of 0.69% copper and 155 ppm molybdenum to the current 300 meters depth. You can clearly see that we have anomalous copper stream sediment geochemistry, which extends into our southern concession. This area, which is now referred to as Cobrasco Main, clearly is the priority, with our discovery still open in all directions and at depth over a large, still untested anomalous area. But don't let this distract you from our other emerging targets at Cobrasco, which we will examine now. First, let's look at this map showing Rugby's copper soil geochemistry grid and the newly discovered copper porphyry in the east. You will notice Cobrasco East is a long way away, roughly 2 kilometers from our historical work area. To be clear, no work had previously been completed in the east, and our geologists are understandably excited to see the potential for a whole new copper porphyry. The recently completed mapping program indicates that this new Cobrasco East porphyry has a surface expression area of approximately 2 square kilometers. The samples shown within the red circle are of porphyry and intrusive breccias, assaying over 0.5% copper. The top returning assays in this eastern program included samples of 5.4% copper, 1.4 grams per ton gold, and 121 grams per ton silver. The eastern porphyry mineralization is different when we compare to what we are seeing at Cobrasco Central. Cobrasco East has higher gold and lower molybdenum values when compared with the Cobrasco Central porphyry discovery. This map is an overlay of copper soil geochemical with stream sediment geochemistry over the aeromagnetics. As you will note here, our copper soil anomaly is within a magnetic low. This is interpreted to have resulted from magnetite destruction by the invading copper-rich fluids. With that said, you can clearly see here that there are other mag lows in the southern concession yet to be explored. While at Cobrasco East, this new porphyry target is within a prominent mag low deep blue. If we now move on to this next image, we are now looking at the radiometrics thorium-potassium ratio. This seems to indicate a porphyry corridor extending northwest-southeast with multiple porphyry centers. The deep blue color shows areas of high potassium indicating potential alteration and mineralization. Okay, now on to our molybdenum soil geochemistry. We are now looking at the recent results from our new Cobrasco North target, including some photos of the rocks we are seeing in this moly zone. Our team recently identified a new area of molybveined porphyry outside the current soil grid. These recently taken samples have been submitted to the laboratory. So what is up next for the Rugby team at Cobrasco, you might ask? Well, the field team is currently exploring the discovery at Cobrasco North. Detailed geological mapping and infill sampling on that discovery is ongoing. At Cobrasco East, grid space sampling and mapping is planned to define the extent of mineralization, as the discovery also falls outside the existing grid soil sampling program. Further follow-up work is also planned for the Cobrasco South Zone, another interpreted porphyry center separated from the main Cobrasco mineralized system. There you have it, our team continues to find exciting rocks in new zones. New targets have emerged. Our geologists are clearly excited. Future drill testing of these discoveries will clearly be warranted as Rugby continues to advance this exciting project. Please visit our website www.rugbyresourcesltd.com for more details, and follow us on our various social media pages for the latest updates. Thanks for watching.